Gosh, Poopy sure is late. That makes sense for one of the most famous and biggest YouTuber sensations of all time. Oh, here she is. Hey, Poopy.
Out of my way, peasant. I'm gonna put my shit on the desk, okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Anywho, welcome, Poopy, to the movie talk show, which I've not titled yet.
Yes, hello, pleasure to have me here. Where's the makeup artist on set?
Today we're going to be talking about Chip and Dale. Did you manage to find the time to watch it?
Yes, of course. I wouldn't have come here for any other reason but money.
Chip and Dale.
Post Malone.
Indeed. So I thought we could talk through the movie.
So, the movie starts with two rats, and one of the rats is feeding
No. That happens later in the movie.
What are you talking about? That's how the movie starts. That's how it ends. The whole movie is 5 seconds of two rats eating cheese.
So the movie actually starts with a singular chipmunk,
Alvin,
who makes friends with another chipmunk,
Theodore.
and then no more chipmunks are involved.
Oh, good, because I don't know the name of the last one. Alvin, Theodore, and...
It begins with P, doesn't it?
Oh my god, I don't even remember its personality.
It's the tall nerdy one.
Oh yeah. Oh, no wonder I don't remember his personality. He has none.
His personality is glasses. Alvin
Peter.
And I think it's Peter, but that's
No, wait, it's not Peter.
Simon.
Simon! Oh my god.
His name is Simon. It didn't begin with P. I was wrong.
Oh, good.
Anywho, Alvin and Theodore become fast friends, and they start a TV show with their other chipmunk friend, Gadget, and Monterey
She's
Jack.
not a chipmunk, she's a rat.
She's a rat?
Yeah.
No, she's a mouse.
Same thing.
Rat and mice are not the same thing.
No, rats, like a mouse is the baby of a rat?
That makes sense, so I'll believe you.
I know, I'm very knowledgeable.
So at what point in the growth of a mouse will it become a rat?
It's when it hatches from the egg.
So the mice puts itself in an egg and then hatches as a rat.
Oh, you're such a smart boy.
Thank you. The Rescue Rangers is the show that these chipmunks start. It goes all fine and dandy. They filmed 3 whole seasons, at which point there is a misunderstanding, a miscommunication, in which the two main characters, Chip and Dale, have a falling out because Dale wants to be on his own show, Double O Dale.
Yeah. He gets an offer to do Double O Dale that really crushes his partner's trust.
He even throws away cake. You know that a friendship is broken when they throw away cake.
Oh yeah, I remember that moment. But you know which moment was a bit more important during that scene?
Tell me.
Huge ass telephone.
Huge ass telephone.
So they can have, the regular size cake to throw out, but for some reason, and everything else in their little trailer, it's just chipmunk size. Which brings me to my theory. I don't think there was a Double O Dale. I think he stole a phone.
Oh my goodness.
He wasn't meant to be the actor in Double O Dale. He stole somebody's phone, an actual actor, perhaps, who played the actual James Bond.
Well, Daniel Craig.
Yeah, James Bond.
Pierce Brosnan before him. Sean Connery was it at some point.
I know none of these people.
There was that guy from Hot Fuzz. I think he was Bond for like a second and a half. You know, the guy in Hot Fuzz who was like, my prices are the best.
Maybe that's the guy he stole the phone from.
Fast forward 30 years, Dale is a stripper.
Yeah, Dale was in the theater.
Because that is what people mean when they say they work in theater. It is always code for I am a stripper.
Yeah, especially since his co-stars were just some questionably dressed, beefy-looking guys.
Yeah, and Chip is working in insurance. The two are reunited by their friend Monterey Jack, who is addicted to cheese. His cheese addiction has gotten so bad he's in debt with the mafia, or the Valley Gang.
This is an interesting one. Yeah, obviously cheese is, cheese stands for drugs, but like, what type of drugs? It can't just be like general drugs.
Yeah.
What is he addicted to precisely?
I think it's a snorting drug. I think it may be cocaine because not only is John Mulaney in the movie, but the whole thing is that it's the cheese lines which they're like smelling or snorting, one could say.
Ah. Yeah, but what if at the same time it's just weed? I mean, some cheese can stink up a room just like weed can.
Perhaps it's somewhere between the two.
Yeah, there's no reason to be addicted to weed.
Yeah, can you smoke cocaine?
I know.
Can you wrap the two up in one like super blunt?
No, you can't smoke cocaine. You can eat it.
You can smoke crack cocaine.
That's basically meth. Oh my god, he's addicted to meth.
Okay, it's meth.
Yeah, this was a very important issue that we had to cover.
Because this drug addiction is the driving factor of this movie.
Washed up Hollywood stars doing cheese.
Yeah, or krill in Flounder's case.
What happens to these characters that get addicted to cheese but can't pay the drug lords?
Uncanny Gang, kidnap.
No, is it the Uncanny Gang?
It is the Uncanny Gang, and they're in the Uncanny Valley.
I really liked that
As a joke?
Yeah.
The Uncanny Gang
Take Monterey Jack, force him into slave labor, otherwise known as bootlegging, and this is all done by none other than Peter Pan.
And it all happens in the Disney drug den.
where they're
Trademark.
melting down old toys. Seth Rogen is there. The polar bear from the Compass movie is there.
Yeah, his two businesses.
Yeah.
The only similarities, I think, he has so much hate for animation characters that he's turning Shrek shampoo into toilets.
Gosh,
out of
that's
spite.
interesting, yeah. Symbolically, in both ways, he's destroying the cartoon character and making something bastardized from it.
And making money from it. How many tiny celebrities do we know?
Tom Cruise,
I was going to say Garfield.
Garfield as well.
But what other tiny...
The Queen.
The Queen?
Yeah, she's like 4 foot, isn't she?
Why are you giving me this information? Do you realize that you telling me
Mhm.
that your master, your ruler,
Yeah.
is shorter than me, which means I can go there
Mm-hmm.
and take over England?
How come you being taller than the Queen means you can then become the monarch?
You know that thing, like, I can just take the crown, put my hand up and be like, come on, come on. Oh, you can't get it. Oh, look at me. I'm the king now.
Well played, Queen Elizabeth.
Chip and Dale.
Kings.
They make their way to the hive of animated crime. There's a puppet who's selling drugs, a creepy lady who works in Muppet fights, which I wanted to see. You only get one still frame of a Muppet fight. I wanted some proper Muppet fighting rings.
Okay, if you want to see that, you clearly have a Muppet that you're rooting for.
Yeah.
Who's the Muppet, Jaden?
Oh, can tell you what, the Muppet fight that I really wanted to see was Elmo versus that rock.
Oh my god.
Have you seen that? The Elmo versus the rock thing?
Yes. It's mildly funny.
It's very funny. She's like, sorry, Rocky had to use the toilet, and Elmo's all...
It's just funny because it's a rock. Rocks are funny. People who collect rocks are lame.
Hot on the trail of Monterey Jack, they go to the Cheese Man, the Cheese Muppet, the Cheese Puppet.
We got the brie.
We got the Gouda. We got the Munster.
Hey, cops.
They enter the drug den. It's a literal drug den. There is no way to interpret this.
There are two rats.
Oh, sweet.
Are you calling back to the beginning of the video?
In the drug den, and one of the rats is feeding the other cheese, and the rat that's being fed cheese goes, more please, more please, and he does it twice. However, I've seen that scene a total of 12 billion times.
I can corroborate that. The clip was just on the TV on loop, and you were in hysterics.
Yeah, if you find the video on YouTube, that's just rat scene, more please, Chip and Dale. I am all of the views.
The Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers More Please clip.
Which one do you think is the bigger twink? I think it's Chip.
It has 10,000 views.
And I'm 27,000 of them.
The two get captured, and then they come face to face with Peter Pan.
Oh no, ew, he's gross and old now. He has a Fitbit.
Have you heard the controversy behind the Peter Pan thing?
No.
So, the voice actor for the original Peter Pan, Bobby Driscoll, have you heard of him?
No, but I would bully someone with that name.
He starred in Song of the South, which we shouldn't talk about because it's excessively racist. So Dear to My Heart, which I haven't seen, Treasure Island, and then his title role in Peter Pan. But when he became a teenager, he got acne and facial hair, and he was dropped by Disney. Like, completely severed. And that started a downward spiral, much like Peter Pan from the movie. There's even a shot of Peter Pan from the movie where he's got that facial hair and he's got a little bit of acne. But Bobby Driscoll actually died due to heart failure because of how much drugs he was taking. So a lot of people are like, it's a bit too suspiciously close to this movie. And if it's a really tasteless joke,
I don't think it's a tasteless joke.
I'm also on the fence of whether it was purposeful, because I think the thing the writers were trying to make a joke of was Peter Pan was the boy who would never grow up, and here is his grown-up, burnt-out version. But it comes across as incredibly insensitive to have this character who's almost a painfully close reflection of Bobby Driscoll from real life. Yeah.
Yeah, it does come across as insensitive, but on the other hand, I would have never known about this had I not seen this movie. So it might just be someone going like, hey, this happened.
Perhaps. But I don't think the character's not played enough as a sympathetic villain in that case then.
Okay.
Moving on. The two main characters, Chip and Dale, are threatened to be turned into bootleg movies. We get to see some very fun titles like Spaghetti Dog, the Casper the Friend Ghost, I think was one of them.
It was
Gasper.
Jasper.
Chip and Dale escape. They meet up with their detective friend from the beginning of the movie, and they decide to solve the case together, and they go to Dale's garage filled with memorabilia. That was actually real memorabilia. I watched one of the special features. That's all physical, unsold Disney merchandise probably that was on the Disney lot. They were like, hey, do you have any Chip and Dale stuff? And they're like, we got tons of it. No one ever bought it.
What? Oh, no, that's kind of sweet. Every time they were in that garage, Dale especially interacted with a lot of the toys, and some of them were so incredibly tiny.
Yeah, it looks like it was an ordinary sized toy if Dale was an ordinary sized person.
Yeah, otherwise it's like 2 centimeters tall.
Barely. As a chipmunk, he's gonna be max 15 centimeters tall.
I think he's the size of a hand.
Yeah, that's 15 centimeters, and he's holding these things in his tiny little hand. I'm saying millimeters.
Yeah, we didn't have the technology back then to make toys that small. Disney is lying to us.
They went to the gym. They meet a DJ snake. They rap for a bit.
It's like, why is like a gym spa the hot spot for criminals?
It's funny that people so dirty go to a place to get clean.
You're looking too deep into it.
They make it out with Peter Pan's Fitbit, which they use to track his evil operations, to a CGI surgery machine. Monterey Jack's not there. Probably dead.
No way. They have 48 hours.
But they've gone to they can't find him though. So they've gone to the CGI machine and they see his mustache, remember? And they're all like, Monterey Jack, his mustache.
Isn't that later?
Then the police captain sees Garfield and he's like, Garfield shouldn't have that many muscles.
I need to know what type of bootleg movie included a buff Garfield.
Obviously, the Muppet Fighting Ring one. Garfield's like the big boss at the end of the movie.
I don't know. I'm really scared it might be fetish porn.
Oh yeah, Dale was a stripper. Elle gets praised by her boss, who is a fun. He's one of my favorite parts of the movie. The way he looks, he's stop motion animated. Well, he's probably 3D again, but he's made to look like he's stop motion animated. Made out of clay, very morph.
Play-Doh motherfucker.
Wow. Chip and Dale have their cathartic moment. They just air out their dirty laundry. Chip starts suspecting Elle, the detective, of being a dirty cat.
Yeah, because they can smell the paint thinner.
Yeah, I mean, Monterey Jack's cologne. They're now suspicious of Elle. They run back to Comic-Con, where there are so many gosh darn cameos it's hard to keep track. We saw a few of these at the start of the movie.
Jazzy Baloo.
Ugly Sonic.
Paul Rudd.
Seth Rogen.
Ponies. A bunch of them.
Pickle Rick.
Lost by number 4.
He-Man.
Skeletor.
Indiana Jones, kind of.
Discount Borat.
Voltron. That's a foreshadow.
Tigra.
And Lumiere.
Ooh, that guy with the Lego head.
They escape from Peter Pan, but then Chip is caught by the polar bear. Elle goes to save him. Dale doesn't go to save Chip. Dale goes back to his garage, and Elle is then captured by Peter Pan and the police captain. Twist, he was a villain. He was evil.
We had an argument about this. It's quite hard to be Play-Doh in this world. I think for him to keep himself alive and not dry up, he needs to constantly change Play-Doh. Yeah, and Play-Doh is expensive.
Poor J.K. Simmons. That's who voices it, by the way.
I love Simmons. JK, I don't.
Elle sends Dale a message, which he gets so bafflingly wrong that he somehow gets it right. So then he recruits Gadget and Zipper, 2 other characters from the Rescue Rangers.
Gadget and Fly Guy, who are married and have disgusting little hybrid babies, which I'm pretty sure is both against nature's law and also animal cruelty.
So have you heard the controversy around that?
No, what's the controversy around that? You spent too much time on Twitter.
A board on 4chan, I believe it was, took so much offense at that move. For 2 reasons. One was the babies. They thought that was kind of gross.
Same.
And the second, have you seen that Eddie Redmayne thing where he says like Nala was his sexual awakening? It's like if an army of sexually awakened Eddie Redmaynes all are on 4chan being angry about Gadget because that was their sexual awakening.
Oh.
There is some choice language. I'm just going to put it up on screen. I don't want to say it.
Is it racist?
Yes.
Oh, I think people aren't serious about it. I think they're just being gross.
It's way too real. If this is a joke, It's too real.
What was your Disney sexual
I
awakening?
think it was Shigo. Kim Possible. The green one.
You dirty boy.
Do you have a cartoon sexual awakening?
Yeah, but I was quite normal as a kid, so it was a Disney animal.
Which one?
I'm gonna tell.
Okay, let's see if I can guess. Give me like some clues.
Well, obviously it was from The Lion King, but it was a very particular moment.
Was it Pumbaa?
No, because I associated too much with him, because he was like, I'm a gentle soul, but everyone avoids me because I fart too much. And I felt like that as a kid.
Oh.
I really did, yeah. But no, it was teenage Simba. It was like his teenage years.
That little moment where he's got like the long hair.
Where it's like a little mohawky thing.
Oh.
And he's like so spunky and so come on, wake up, Dad. Did your parents let you watch The Lion King?
You know, I don't think I did watch it until I was a bit older.
Yeah, because it's way too sexual.
Thing is, I was allowed to watch Shrek, and rewatching Shrek is wild. Talking about that dragon and the donkey. That scene when he's flirting with her, and she does the little eyelash thing.
No,
That awakens more feelings in me than Nala ever did.
Nah, give me some snail slurping and I'm good.
Where were we?
I don't know. What movie were we talking
What were we even doing here?
Oh yeah, fly babies.
Dale, Zipper, and Gadget all fly off to save Chip and Ellie. Though Gadget and Zipper just fuck off and leave Dale to do it by himself. He flies in on a firework, blows up the machine. Day saved. No, it isn't. Peter Pan gets turned into a Voltron abomination with a cat for a head. So then we get two fights playing off at once. We get the Play-Doh fight between Elle and the police chief.
I've been thinking a lot about it, and here is such an easy way to defeat him that
she didn't think of. Okay, how did most of your Play-Doh disappear when you were a kid?
I know where you're going with this.
She should have eaten him.
She should have eaten him. Oh wait, he could still control the pieces that had been disconnected from him, right?
Yeah, but the minute you eat Play-Doh, it's gone. I've never pooped out Play-Doh. I've eaten it. I have not pooped it out. I think the minute it goes into your body, it disappears from the universe.
But instead of that method, she grates his head with a basket and then freezes him with a what's it called?
A fire detergent?
A what?
Fire extinguisher.
What did you say?
Detergent.
Kills him with a fire extinguisher.
Also, she could have just waited 30 minutes and he would dry up on his own.
Without the time to get his extra Play-Doh fix.
Yeah.
He tries to choke her out and he's like strong, but then he can't get out of a plastic bag.
Gone.
Play-Doh tastes salty though, doesn't it?
but it smells so
And if he's
sweet.
alive and he's sweaty, he's gonna be like extra salty.
But it smells so sweet.
Do you want me to get you some Play-Doh? Do you want some Play-Doh to eat?
You never let me get anything.
No, I'll get you some Play-Doh. Cut to the chase. Between Voltron...
Stop calling it Voltron.
It's Kittytron, because he's a kitty.
Remember?
And they're running through all the bootleg film sets where we get some fun little bits. I Pachunga being my favorite.
Pachunk.
I pachanga.
Yeah, it turns out they make them in the US.
Also, I really don't like this moment because,
we both work in animation and I bust my ass for like 20 cents a second.
As in the second of animation you do.
Yeah,
just
the
for
second of
the
animation.
non-animator audience.
And then I'm gonna have some stupid kids being like,
so that's how it's made. They shoot them like in the theater. I've been to the theater.
and what am I? I don't fart outside of blankets. If anyone farts outside of a blanket, you're polluting the air.
I think it's worse to fart inside the blanket because then you're trapping all the poopy particles.
There are no poopy particles in your fart.
Yes, there are.
How loose is your sphincter?
No, that's what a fart is. It's gas in the area. If you had a completely clean fart, first of all, you've not eaten anything, so there's no food and gas to be made. And then second of all, if farts can be set on fire, I think they've got something in them.
Have you ever tried that?
No, but I've seen it in the movies.
Cool job.
Thank you so much. You didn't think of it, though. I thought of it. My job.
Yeah, you have that, and I'll have my multi-million-dollar business.
They get rid of Kittytron by dropping something on his head. Oh, also the FBI with Ugly Sonic turns up.
He did say he was working with the FBI.
Dale gets hit by a cartoon cannonball from Kittytron's fist and has his second fake-out death.
Do you think now people will want a movie with Ugly Sonic?
I do.
I think his character was quite likable.
Quite like a Sonic Boom-esque TV show with Ugly Sonic.
I don't think Ugly Sonic does much, but he can chew all the food he wants. That's his special power. He can chew all the food he wants.
Wow. And I think real Sonic wants to be able to do that. The Sonic from Sonic and the Black Knight, he just like inserts a whole chili dog in his mouth.
I don't care.
Chip, at this point, professes his love for Dale again.
Twink ass.
Yeah, these two are made for each other. But Dale isn't dead, so whoops. You let all those emotions show for nothing. The Rescue Rangers are reunited. Monterey Jack has Dumbo ears.
Stupid baby elephant, the movie.
I would have watched that. Chip finally agrees to be in the Chip and Dale reboot, and Dale's all like, we should get some pop star to do the main theme. Dale's all like, yeah, it's a super serious, like, even though everyone just wants to hear the original. Yeah, that would be crazy. Post Malone.
I think people might think that he's a sellout for doing it, but I truly believe he was so hyped to do this. Also, even if he wasn't, even if he is selling out, he's like a guy that I'm glad he's getting the money for this. He's just so sweet. I think he deserves all the sellout money he wants to buy more magic cards.
He doesn't. He's got some really good cards. Have you watched him at all on I Hate Your Deck?
Yes, of course I have.
His deck is like strong.
Yeah, because he has those cards that get into loops. And honestly, you know what? I changed my mind. Fuck him. Fuck Post Malone.
Inconceivable. That's not his catchphrase. What's his catchphrase?
Quack.
You're right. Quack.
Quack.
Quack. That's the movie.
What a great movie.
The animation in this movie.
I love animation. I look at animation all the time.
Indeed. It is in our profession.
I do not associate with this industry. We both work in animation. I bust my ass.
Why wasn't Chip 2D? There are other 2D animated characters in this movie. Tigra looks great. Lumiere looks great. The Lost Boy looks great. Background characters, all 2D animated.
Tigra appears on screen for 10 seconds. Lumiere appears on screen for like 15 seconds. Chip is on screen for almost the whole movie.
Oh my word, are they copy-paste models? Do you think they have the same model? Do you think it was actually a time-saving thing? Because then they would have only had to model one chipmunk and texture it 3 different ways.
They have different teeth.
And Dale has a red nose.
Chip and
Dale. I think that's symbolic of how I feel about the movie, though. It's like, it's a fun premise. There is certainly stuff to enjoy. But there are so many things which this could have been more entertaining, it could have been more interesting, because it's so heavily based on its reference humor. Kids won't get a Roger Rabbit reference. Kids haven't watched Roger Rabbit. Kids won't get any of these references. But this movie is like so dead set on making them.
I really have zero pop culture knowledge, and I really enjoyed the movie.
I had to explain the Seth Rogen joke to you. That's the thing, this movie's so caught up in its own stuff that I think it kind of suffers for it.
It suffers for it, but no, I really enjoyed it despite not getting pop culture references. The only issue I take with the animation is that they had a lot of slapstick moments, but I would have enjoyed more. They had the birds thing and they had the little umbrella for a heavy object, and I would have enjoyed to see more, but like, Ellie was flawlessly animated.
Ellie? The police detective?
Yeah.
Damn. She looks great.
Oh, she used to be either Tom and Jerry from the Tom and Jerry Detective movie.
This film was directed by...
Who cares?
By one of the Lonely Island guys, actually.
I don't know what that is.
I think his name is Akiva Schaffer. Are you laughing at Akiva Schaffer?
Just Schaefer.
I watched an interview with him, and it sounds like most of their work on this movie was actually done just getting the licenses to use the plethora of characters that turn up in this movie.
And good job of putting in the effort. I think the best part of the movie was, it didn't really have a lot of, ooh, what's gonna happen next? But it had a lot of, ooh, which cartoon character am I gonna get to see next? Who's gonna be who? I really have zero pop culture knowledge, and I really enjoyed the movie.
In the end, I think it's also okay to look at this movie and be like, why was I disappointed?
I was absolutely content with that movie. It didn't leave any questions except why was that phone so fucking big? I was kind of scared that Chip and Dale might just be the better version of Tom and Jerry's last movie. But I'm really hoping that this movie is just them trying out to do a lot of mixed media again.
That's very true. The absolute best part of this entire movie is the mixed media stuff. I felt like a 7-year-old whenever any 2D animation appeared on screen, like actual 2D hand-drawn traditional. The sock puppet at the beginning, oh, that's so funny. The Uncanny Valley whole joke of really funny. And just the police captain, how he looks is just so good. It's so good. Are you stealing my water right now?
I'm really thirsty. Delicious.
I don't want to criticize anyone who worked on this movie. I feel like that's in poor taste. As an animator, I know that anything that you have to animate, it's so much work. Even like the smallest of things. But as an audience member, as a gigantic fan of animation, you would want things to be a little different. I love the mixed media stuff. I still would have so loved Chip to have been 2D animated. Why wasn't he? Because the 3D 2D does not look good. Can we agree on that? The outlining of a 3D shape in Maya to make it kind of look like it's drawn doesn't look good.
Was it done in Maya?
Yeah, probably. Everyone uses them. If it was done in Blender, I'll sell my kidneys.
And I think it looked fine.
I think it looks yucky ucky. Ew gross. So what would you give this film overall?
10.
Out of?
10.
Out of?
10.
It's 10 out of my piece.
Very good. I think I would give it a solid Chip out of Dale. Oh, by the way, Poopy, I did actually find you. I got you some Play-Doh.
Oh my god, you got me the pink flavor, which is the same flavor that
Oh. Join us next week for the funeral, I guess.